Well, we got rank 1 again, so let's open these rewards at the start of this video today. I will have another upload out tonight talking about 5 tips that I can give you guys that kind of like they're not secret tips, but sort of secret tips that I use a lot in my gameplay that can maybe help you guys out some. So you probably see that a little bit later. I have no idea what the video is talking about today because it's still like 6 hours away. So I have no idea what the title of this video is. Bruno Fernandez in the pick. If you guys want to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. The link is in the description. Use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. But yeah, this gameplay sucks dick. This gameplay's not good. I don't care that I'm like winning a lot of games right now. I still think the gameplay's bad, honestly. I think the skill gap's nowhere near as big as it was. I won, I think, 2 games this weekend where I really easily could have lost them, honestly. I probably should have lost them even, I want to say. No future stars is kind of a disappointment, I'm not going to lie there. Let's start with the campaign mix packs. These are terrible. Yeah, I was hanging on by the skin of my teeth against this guy. I have no idea how I won. He was better than me in the game. 100% he was. This is some nonsense. These picks, or these packs are fucking terrible. Oh, but yeah, the first touch plus playstyle has absolutely changed my life, though, I'm not going to lie. It's one that is a must-have, in my opinion, or even like just the regular first touch, honestly. Has been an absolute must-have for me now on the team, and it kind of sucks. I can't really change things in my team too much because I need first touch. That's for a Decky, I think. It's like an 88, I want to say. Yeah, okay, we'll take it, I suppose. Third one here. I mean, what do you guys think about the gameplay? Like, I think most of you probably think it's pretty bad, but center back, Italy, Fiorentina. I mean, what? 85 Ranieri. Oh, man, the auto press is just so bad still. I cannot believe how bad it still is, honestly. It feels like I'm playing against the CPU the majority of my games instead of the user a lot of times, and that just should never be the case, in my opinion. That is hopefully Rashford, at least. It'll be tradable coins, but nope, it's 83. Welcome to eafc. And the finishing is just so random and inconsistent that it's so disappointing after last year where they had such a great, I thought, finishing system. This year, we just get nothing like that as Dembele. And I just can't understand why they went back on that. Did anybody complain that the finishing was too good last year? I don't know who this is. Gonna be hopefully a walkout. It's Grealish. Well, these have not been good so far. And I know I'm just rambling incoherently right now, but still, it's just kind of crazy that we went back so far compared to last year. It's probably Luka Modric. Can we at least get 2 walkouts in this? We can. Okay. And it's Allison. Okay, we'll take that. All right, last one. 87 times 2. It is not a future star. So 0 future stars packed in this. This is going to be Bernardo Silva, I think, right? Yep. So we got at least an 88, which is kind of nice. And we got Renard 88 as well. I mean, listen, obviously rank 1, you're guaranteed some, okay coins in here because of the fact that we got 2 tradable 88s. But it's crazy that you can go rank 1 as many times as this. And you kind of just are like, was it that much better than rank 3, rank 4, rank 5? Like, probably not that much better. But okay, let's go to future me now. Okay, today's video will be about a couple things, actually. We've got a Future Stars SBC that just got leaked by EA on accident. Of course, somehow it happens again. And also talk about preparing for Player of the Month Mbappé if it were to come out. At the end of this video, though, I will have this 88 plus new player pick, this new icon player pick that came out today. We'll open that at the end. So, okay, well, let's talk about Fabio Cannavaro first because this card did come out and he does have aerial, 5'9", medium high, along with acrobat, which, what is that going to do? I don't know. Does that mean he's going to have some crazy clearances, maybe? Like some acrobatic clearances? But if you read the description of what Acrobat Plus does, all it says, and you can't read it, but it does say, performs volleys with significant accuracy and has access to unique acrobatic volley animations. So does that mean clearances? Probably not. So I have no idea why on earth he's Acrobat Plus. But I mean, he's good. His stats are good. Obviously, that's not going to be really a surprise there. But yeah, seeing the playstyle pluses are aerial and acrobat. Okay. I mean, he's probably going to be decent, but nothing too insane. Honestly, I don't really recommend probably doing him. Also, you'll see gameplay today from me. But George Best is the truth as well, because I think of First Touch Plus, George Best, I completed him, and he's sick. Insane dribbling, and same goes with Puskas. So I'll get into that more later, but in case you saw the change in my team, wanted to kind of tell you how George Best was. We actually did get a new Evo as well, and it was a pretty decent one, considering it's a Future Stars only evolution. Now, it's 75,000 coins. Of course, this card does look very good, though. Now, you'll see on there, Destiny Udogi is here on the example player, and he's not out yet. So there's what his card does look like there, his 88 card, and it looks pretty good, nothing too insane, but you can turn him into this evolution, and it looks a lot better. And thanks EA, what does that say there? What are his card stats? I mean, try your best to read it if you can. But with this upgrade, with the Ping Pass Plus and Jockey Plus, this card looks sick, and this is the leaked SBC. Udogie SBC will be coming out, but he fits right into this evolution at 75,000 coins, and we know that. And then what card also fits in this is this new Yunus Musa card in the season. And this card, considering obviously he's free, now he's 75,000 coins to do the evolution, but long ball plus and ping pass plus is just, you know, whatever. But the stats are actually crazy on this card. So this is pretty cool that they did give us an Evo. Now, if you want to be extremely cynical about this, you could obviously say, why not just make the card better initially instead of charging us 75k to then make the card better? Now, of course, I never accuse them of such thing, not me, but, you know, if the plan was to release this card just as these stats and then we upgraded them after the fact for more money, you know, I am okay with it. Is that actually the case though? You know, you be the judge on that one. Guys, 4 playstyle plus cards. They're here now. Alessandrini, look at this card for a sec. Dead ball, tiki-taka, first touch, and rapid with these stats. These glitch evos are hilarious because they're just so much better than anything that's been like legit. Now, I will say, you know, this top reply, I've never played against any of these evos. I've only played against like these really juiced out evos maybe once or twice. Honestly, I've definitely played against them once, I remember, but it's only been a couple times at most. You know who I've been playing a lot though? Fucking Team of the Year Messi. Okay, Team of the Year Messi. I just played a weekend league, and then the last 10 games, I think I played against him 8 or 9 times out of 10. Honestly, that Messi glitch is going to be a lot worse than really we think for some of you who are, you know, probably better at the game or just are playing the game a lot more than some others, because we are more likely to be playing against players who were on the game on that day. I played against Messi today over half the games. It's just insane to me that a glitch like this happened. And now we're sitting here with Team of the Year Messi, which I'm happy if you got him, by the way. I'm very happy for you. We're sitting here with a glitch that gave people this card for nothing. And if you don't have him, shove this right up your ass, because that's all you're getting. And it's just mind-blowing to me. Absolutely mind-blowing. But okay, let's talk about how to prepare for Player of the Month Mbappé if he were to come out. Now remember, is he favorited to win it? Does he have the most goals and assists? He does not. But there's a section of the voting that is fan voting, and obviously they could just decide for him to win it. I give it probably a 30% chance, but we still need to talk about it in case that 30% chance were to happen. So let's begin with this. I'll say right off the bat, before we get into the market itself, fodder will go up if he drops. It almost does not matter what the card looks like, how much the card is actually boosted from the previous one. It's been long enough now after the second Player of the Month Mbappé for a third one to drop and everyone to kind of jump right on it, no matter how many squads it is. Also, when second Player of the Month Mbappé came out, it was right after the first one, and there were a lot of other SBCs to craft at the exact same time. We had like Hullet and Zidane, those kinds of guys. Most people have crafted those guys by now if they've tried to do them. So high-rated fodder, no doubt in my mind. 88s, 89s, 90s, 91s are going to go up no matter what. Now, obviously, the problem with that is we are looking at a case where it's probably less likely for him to actually come out. So is it really worth investing then? Well, you can look at it a couple ways here. In one sense, it would be worth investing because probably less people will be investing in it because it's less likely. So the profit returns will probably be a lot crazier if he were to come out. Obviously, is a little bit more risky. Say he didn't come out and maybe they don't really move much. Well, that could be the case too. However, 89s and 88s are pretty cheap right now. 88s are 20,000 coins. They have not been 20k since really pre-Team of the Year times, honestly. 89s have not been 30k in around the same time too. And same goes with 90s and 91s. So they're actually fairly cheap right now as is. So you kind of could buy these and just have a steady rise just naturally if we happen to get other SBCs as well, because you know we're going to as time goes on. So it's kind of, it might actually be worth buying this just to see what comes out. Honestly, it might be. I think your profit returns could be very, very big, but of course there is just inherent risk because of things I've talked about, but I like it though. I actually do. Now, what would happen to an Mbappé special card or an Mbappé gold card? Well, it depends on how expensive it is, of course, but generally speaking, the gold card probably is going to get sold off a little bit, even if it was 4 million coins, or the first player of the month was 3.6 million. This one was 4.4 million. I'd assume it would be around 4 million coins because, like, obviously this was 2 months ago or whatever. My guess would be this gold card would probably get sold off a little bit, and special Mbappes as well would probably fall a tiny bit as well. And for the rest of the high-end market, you're probably looking at, for strikers mainly. If we look at strikers here quickly, you know, really expensive strikers, talking like 1,000,000 coins plus, all these cards could potentially drop. Maybe barring these two, you know, Haaland, Mbappe, and Messi, or these three probably aren't gonna move no matter what, to be honest with you. But like Alexander Pop, a good example, right? 1.9 million coins, expensive card, right around that price, would be probably a candidate to drop quite a bit. Gerd Muller, you know, 1.1 million there. This Thierry Henry, a lot of those types of cards you could see a little bit of a drop on. So that's kind of really all I would say if Mbappe were to come out. And if he were to not come out, well, things are going to stay as usual. And Fantasy FUT is coming out, I think, in, you know, 4 days from now, whatever, on this next Friday. And usually it's pretty good promo. So I don't know really what to expect of Fantasy FUT. We saw the market drop a bit like over the last day or two. I don't think it's going to move a lot more, honestly. Let's read your comments and open our pick. At Nick Stellan says, for someone who plays the weekend league every weekend, it would be realistic to think you could attain a card like Palmer or anyone over 1 million for that matter after a month of playing the game. Sucks that just isn't the case. And I completely agree. Obviously, I talked about this yesterday. I'm of the side where I would like people to be able to kind of afford the cards they like within a reasonable amount of time. If you play the game a lot, if you play Weekend League every single weekend, I'm assuming that means you're on the game the majority of days, would be my guess. Imagine you're playing a different game and you play the game a ton, on a daily basis even, and you still don't have access to a pretty significant chunk of content, like the 1 million, 2 million, 3 million coin plus cards. That's not great to me. However, I understand the other side where you want your packs to matter. You want there to be rare cards. You don't want everyone's team to be so insane, even though I kind of don't really care myself. You don't want everyone's team to be so insane that maybe they stop playing the game because they feel like they've completed the game already. So I understand all of those things, but I do think that people should be able to get who they want to if they play the game a lot, because that's just how it should work to me. At Danny's Gaming says, what's your opinion on goalkeepers in this game? I have Team of the Year Allison loan and he performed awful. Then I switched with him to I switched him with an 82 rated Flecken, and Flecken performed much better than Team of the Year Allison and also end of an era Lloris. I don't understand why an 82 rated goalkeeper performs better than a card that has a 13 plus rating or 9 ratings more. Do you feel goalkeepers in this game are random, or there's something to do with connection on the game? The better the connection, the better your goalkeeper will perform. I'm not sure about that part, the better connection part. I will just say that goalkeepers have kind of always just been super fluky in FIFA, kind of how it literally always has been. I think when finishing is somewhat okay, you know, this finishing is not as good as it was last year. It's still better than most years, honestly. I think when finishing is somewhat okay, goalkeepers can kind of only be so good because there needs to be guaranteed goals. And I think that element kind of adds just a bunch of flukiness and, you know, anecdotal reports of people saying this card's so good for me, this card's so good, this one's terrible, and this guy says it's the best goalkeepers ever used. It's so hard to know. Now, obviously, maybe not talking connection-wise, but just, you know, the unresponsive gameplay or the delayed gameplay that's not tied to connection, where, you know, the inconsistent gameplay, as Inception calls it. Could that have something to do with goalkeeping? I mean, honestly, anything could, because if that's happening in the game on a game-to-game basis, which obviously everybody knows it is happening, then what couldn't be going on behind the scenes? Maybe there's something with goalkeepers going on. I mean, you can't rule anything out in this game, which makes it extremely hard to pinpoint what exactly is going on, because you can't rule anything out. At Ayal says, I think the reason why we are not getting goalkeeper evos is because EA coded the evos to boost only field player stats. If you remember, goalkeepers have 2 different stats, goalkeeper stats and field player stats. Or in FUTBet, you can see the goalkeepers have everything on 25 to 30 and only reactions like at 84. And that is true, actually. Look at goalkeepers, they have a finishing stat, a long shot stat, you know, all those normal stats that you see. Goalkeepers have those. But it still doesn't really explain why they can't make the goalkeeper stats go up. Yeah, clearly I think evos are just coded right now for field player stats, but why can't they code them to not be just field player stats and make them goalkeeper stats? Maybe they can't, and it's a mistake right now. Like, they can't figure out why maybe the evolution to goalkeeper stats isn't actually doing anything. Maybe that's what's happening, you know? I don't know what is going on internally with that, but it's just very odd that no goalkeeper evos are out yet. And the fact that we're 6 months into the game and we've not seen one tells me, well, we're probably not going to see one. And also, Team of the Year did not have a goalkeeper with the Playstyle Plus, which is very weird to me, because you'd think Team of the Year would have 1 Playstyle Plus on goalkeepers and Team of the Season would have 2, and then, you know, it goes all the way up to 4. You would assume that they then could go 3 and 4 all the way to the end of the year. We haven't seen 1 goalkeeper with the Playstyle Plus yet, and in pro clubs, they have Playstyle Pluses on goalkeepers. So I don't know if it's just broken, if goalkeepers in general are just broken right now with the stats. I don't know what's going on, but okay, let's open this pick here and see if we can get something usable. Okay, 88 plus base, Thunderstruck, or Winter Wildcard player pick. We got Puskas in the last one, I think. But Puskas has been a revelation for me. Let's see if we can get another one here. Get the image up. You already know. Let's nation reveal this bitch and see what we can get. No duplicates, which is nice. It's Italy, England, and France. All right, well, a couple decent options there. Could that be Maldini, by the way? I don't actually know if that could or not. Let's go and check right now. 86 physical, 94 defending. Yeah, it could be. I think, does Nesta have one, though? He does. Let's check England. I'm sure this is going to be shit. England, 68 physical, 90 dribbling, 82 shot, 90 pace, Michael Owen. Tragic. Let's check France out. We got 78 physical, 80 defending. What is this? 89 dribbling, 90 passing. It's like Emmanuel Petit. 89 shooting, 82 pace. Abley. You know what? Abley is kind of good in this game. I'm not going to lie. But, I mean, this is not what we were hoping to see. I'll tell you that much. Abley's only 240. Well, in that case, I don't need a center mid. I'm going to take the fodder here and Alessandro Nesta. Yeah, that's disappointing. Can't win them all, I suppose. But thank you for watching. I love you all. Since this video was so peace.